Welcome back to The Explainer. Today, we're diving into something huge. I'm talking about a massive structural shift happening right under our noses. We are looking at how AI is fundamentally breaking down the very definition of what we actually do at work.
Let me ask you something. Think about it for a second. We talk a whole lot about AI speeding up our own workflows, right? But have you ever used it to do someone else's job? Maybe you work in sales, but you use ChatGPT to write a really tricky line of Python code. Or, hey, maybe you're in HR, but you used it to mock up a quick marketing flyer. It's a really simple question, but it gets right to the heart of how our daily lives in the office are transforming before our eyes.
Okay, let's paint a picture here. Before AI, say you were a marketer and a script suddenly broke on your big campaign website. What did you do? Well, you submitted a ticket, you waited on a developer, and your whole project just stalled out. But with AI, you might just paste that broken script into an AI tool, troubleshoot it yourself, and boom, you've got the site back online in 5 minutes. This simple everyday scenario, it actually represents a massive global shift from isolated specialists to hybrid generalists.
And that brings us to a huge takeaway, which comes straight from some really incredible new research by OpenAI. They actually analyzed over 800,000 work-related ChatGPT messages to figure out what's going on here. And what they found is a true paradigm shift. AI isn't just changing how fast work gets done anymore, it is fundamentally changing who is literally doing the work. We're seeing the emergence of entirely new bundles of human and machine activity that, honestly, simply weren't possible just a few years ago.
To really wrap our heads around this, we need to talk about a concept called an occupational boundary. Think of it like a giant, thick, purple wall separating all the different departments in a typical office. Historically, it's the set of activities rigidly associated with a specific occupation. Marketers do marketing, engineers do engineering, and those walls between them, they rarely ever move.
But here is the absolute magic of what we're seeing right now. Because of AI, we are watching these historical, solid purple walls just dissolve. They're turning into this blurred, light lavender, wide-open space where practically anyone with a prompt can just step right into someone else's domain.
So to see exactly how blurry these lines are getting, the researchers took all these work-related messages and categorized them. First, they filtered out all the generic stuff, things everyone does, like writing basic emails or scheduling meetings. What was left were the highly specialized tasks. They then split those into 2 groups. You've got within occupation, which means, say, a designer doing design tasks, and then you have cross-occupation, meaning someone stepping totally outside their traditional historical role.
Okay, are you ready for the anchor stat? 43.5%. Just let that sink in for a second. That is a massive number, nearly half. 43.5% of all occupation-specific AI tasks involve crossing traditional job lines. That means almost half the time someone is using AI for a highly specialized task, they're doing work that historically belonged to a completely different profession. Crazy, right?
So the absolutely crucial point here is summed up perfectly in this quote straight from the research. AI may change the historical or typical boundaries of what workers do within a certain role. AI isn't just coming for jobs like some simple replacer. The data clearly shows it is a boundary blur. It completely expands the bundle of tasks that each of us is individually capable of, breaking down those deep purple walls and making our work lives incredibly fluid.
Which leaves us with one incredibly exciting and, maybe slightly daunting question. As these traditional walls keep dissolving, and you find yourself writing code, drafting marketing copy, and analyzing complex data all before your lunch break, when AI can step in and do a little bit of absolutely everything, what exactly will your next job title be?